Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I am a few minutes late, guys. Yes, you can thank Tyrone for that. We still love you. We still love you. You know, I'm the call out queen.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I try, but I let you go ahead and get it together. But look at Tyrone is building a new studio, guys. Look, isn't that
Yeah,
amazing?
indeed. It's day
Yes.
one, so we're gonna see where it goes from here.
Yeah, so proud of
hmm
you. So proud of you. You are
hmm
taking it to the next level, and that's amazing. And I'm here for you. You're like the tech god. So, but if you need my
hmm
help with anything, I'm here for you. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh my God. I want to get right into it, but we have a couple of other people that's going to be
hmm
joining us too. And yeah, so you know what, Tyrone, let me ask you something because I know like you be ready, you be on ready, like you
Uh
stay
huh.
ready. So
Uh huh.
I before like the other, soulmates come join us on the
hmm
panel.
hmm
And before we really get to talking, like what are your thoughts? It's episode 9. So like literally we only have a few more episodes. And hey, what's up guys in the chat? Thank you for everyone that's joining us. I'm so sorry.
hmm
Um yes, but give me your thoughts, man. Like what are you this past episode, I just was like shaking my head the whole time, but I'm going to let you speak.
I had two thoughts when I was watching this because I watched it like 2 or 3 times because I wanted to be sure. So my first thought was there's actually a lot of foreshadowing in this episode. So if you listen to it at the beginning and you listen to Sabrina literally tells you everything that's going to happen on the episode. She literally tells you like it's her confessional, I think, but I think she says everything. And then when Tommy comes in and he starts talking, it's like Tommy tells the whole episode too. Remember, he's like, it's gonna be this, there's gonna be some tears, and it's gonna.
Yeah, but the thing is they always give cliff notes, but they
Mm-hmm.
never give specific
Right,
details.
right, 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 right. I
So, and
understood
that's in
that.
every episode, but that's for real.
Mm-hmm.
All that is doing, that's just putting the worm on the hook and they're
Yeah,
throwing it out in the water. They're just trying to hook you
yeah.
to get you,
And my second thought was like productions like really doing
the most.
like they are really you can tell that they're like really really working to get this you know to get these next few episodes going.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because and I've said this the past couple of episodes, like it's starting to seem, look, and feel forced.
Like a show, like a TV show,
Yeah.
like it's entertainment now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because like and I think I said it in our last panel, like I was just like I feel like where did that connection come from? And when did they start liking each other? And I know they had one date, and it's funny that because Joy said it in this episode, she was like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a huge difference between connection and chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. I see a lot of flirting. I see a lot of people, kind of playing their role and their part in this show.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But
Uh-huh.
what? What?
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there because I mean I had some initial thoughts, but then I went back and watched it again,
Mhm.
and then things kind of made more sense.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
did kind of make more sense.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes more sense, but still, I just feel like that the connections are being forced. And I'm going to say this. And one thing that, and y'all know I've said it, like Carmen, she has her ways, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, like I mess with her because, she keep it 100. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And once you show me exactly who you are and you have like
Mm-hmm.
no cut cards about it, like this is me, all of me, love me or
Mm-hmm.
don't love me. I love her because she like, I could be a bitch. I could be
Mm-hmm.
nice. I could be this.
Mm-hmm.
I could be that. I could be, but this
Mm-hmm.
is me.
Yeah.
So she has a way of flirting with the men, but you can tell it's just like, am I
It
supposed
ain't
to
going
flirt?
nowhere.
I know,
Yeah,
right. It's
yeah,
like, I'm gonna flirt with the guys. And I see her doing this to, like, if she was in a club, I could see her doing this to 50 guys, the same thing. Like, I don't see any connection or chemistry with her between anyone. I just feel like she's just kind of being Carmen,
yeah,
not necessarily like she's really liking any of the guys. So at this point, I'm like, if she ends up making a connection with any of these guys at the end, it's not gonna, I'm not gonna believe it.
yeah. I feel like it's also her way of reading the guys based off
That
of how they
too.
react.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know, but yeah, this show. Yeah, Amy Klein says, yeah, this show has lost all its authenticity. Like the moments don't even make me blush or smile anymore. Mm.
I mean, I think some people just kind of I don't know what people are thinking about when it comes to expectations for what's supposed to happen as
Hmm.
opposed to what's really happening, and then you get kind of disappointed by it when you shouldn't, you know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Thank you, Deborah Dupree. I'm sorry for the super sticker. I appreciate it so, so very much. Thank you. I completely agree.
Mhm.
It's just, I don't know. It's funny because this episode, it did make me feel like, dang, I wonder what's gonna happen next episode. But guess what? When I was watching it at that very moment, I was feeling to myself, but if I miss next episode, I'll be all right. Like, it's not making me feel like, oh, I can't wait till next Friday to
Yeah.
see. Like, I'm just not getting that anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
but of course, I'm still going to review it and watch it because Ready to Love, that's my show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally.
Do you do you feel like you have an idea of how it's gonna go, and you're like, okay,
Yes.
let's just I want to see the reunion to get everyone else's explanation.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hmm.
And I think because, so this is the thing too, but golly, because we're so, Tyrone, you and I were so behind the scenes. We know the
Hmm.
ins and outs. We know
I don't
because
know
we,
nothing.
no, 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 no. I don't mean on that level. I mean,
Uh huh. You mean like as far as being part of the process?
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my thing is, and everybody that watches us, like for real, like y'all get like firsthand, like we be putting
Hmm.
stuff out there that we don't really discuss, like when we're all live and we're just shooting the crap, we're just
Uh huh.
talking and just having fun. But in real life, they shoot the reunion and we've only seen 3 episodes on TV.
Yeah.
Like literally, episode 1 will go by, episode 2, like every
Hmm.
Friday. So episode 2 will go, two will go by, episode 3 will air,
Uh,
and then guess what? We're filming the reunion.
uh,
So we're literally at the reunion talking about
well,
stuff that,
we've seen the first 3 episodes. You'd be like,
and
yo,
that's it.
yo, what's good? I didn't know it was like that.
Exactly.
You know?
So when we go back home after shooting the reunion,
Uh huh.
episode 7 or 8 will come and you'll be like, did that lady just call me
Yeah.
out my name? I
Yeah.
wish I would have known when we shot the reunion, because I would have addressed it accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what a lot of people don't know. That's why I kind of feel like, how much will they be able to address at the reunion? Because a lot of these people, these mates, these castmates that's watching this show now, and a lot of stuff has happened on
Hmm.
this season, but up until episode 3, this season ain't nothing really happened. So what are they really going to talk about? I mean, I kind of know what they're going to talk about, but you know what I'm trying to say. With the viewers,
Yeah.
with the viewers' expectations of it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to get the 100%. I hope they explain.
My
Okay,
bad. Go ahead.
you fancy?
No, I was trying something going back to Old Faithful tonight.
No, this is my cup from the other night. I'm like, he like this.
Oh, see? See, there
But
you go
I
too.
know that's just
Uh-huh.
juice because I'm sick. I'm sick.
Oh yeah.
So, but I had this in there. I just wanted to compare it to your. You were like, and I was like, just.
Oh.
Eh.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
Mhm.
all right. I kind of want to get into it. I know that Carrie will be joining us as well.
Okay.
She said she's running a little bit behind. Jay from Another Round, she said that she would be joining us as well. She's
That's
running a
what's
little
up.
bit late. Yeah, and Jay,
Back on the island.
Right, back on the island J,
Hmm.
because his last resort,
Hmm.
he says that he might be actually joining us as well. So they definitely have some things to do, and they will be joining us. So just to let
Good.
everybody know, if
Good.
you are in the chat, I would so greatly appreciate it. We have 68 watching. If you have not hit the like button, I would so greatly appreciate it if you do. If you have not subscribed, that would be so amazing that you do subscribe to this channel. And I am actually streaming from this channel and from my new channel that I am starting. So this will also be on my new channel. I'm streaming from both channels. And the guys and the ladies that follow me and have subscribed to my new channel sees this live right now as well. So, yeah,
Okay.
so
I
we're
gotta go
definitely,
do some research then.
you have to do some research, hi.
Yeah. I was gonna talk to you about that because I had an idea to build a website. But if
Oh,
you're gonna do the video,
what you mean? What video? To talk to me a little
I
bit
think I
more.
heard you talking about it. For the cast, is it related to the cast, prior, future, current?
That was in the beginning where I was kind of throwing out
So
ideas.
now it's just everybody now. It's just
Oh no, it's on a whole nother
good.
level. You're gonna have to
Good.
go to that channel. The channel is actually oh god, it's called The Missing Link. I figured out a name because if you guys remember, and just give me 1 second, because
Hmm.
I'm actually trying to do it now. If you guys remember, I did go live and I was trying to figure out a name.
Hmm.
Um for this channel, and I did figure it out, and it is called The Missing Link.
Hmm.
And I am going to, and you guys are going to have to actually read what it's about. And once you
I
do,
have an
like,
idea, but
do
just by the name.
you?
Yeah, it's like it seems like it can be about a connection that you need or that you're missing out on that you can help make happen.
You're so smart, though.
Yeah, the missing link is me. You need me in your life right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. What do you think about the name? What do you think
I
about the
love it.
name?
I love
Do
it,
you?
especially if the link is like, you know, them, what they want, and then you coming into the picture.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm, mm.
I'm excited. Well, I've pinned the channel, and it's gonna be like just out there. I see guys like I'm blocking this. I don't know if it's blocked or not yet. I just went on the other
Mm.
channel to check it out. But yeah, it is. But it's just I I think I'm gonna love what I'm gonna do on this other channel because it's completely different. Like kind of from
Hmm.
it's outside of Ready to Love. Like it
Good.
really honestly has nothing to do with Ready to Love. And I just feel
Hmm.
like I'm just going to be bringing a lot of entertainment, a lot of education,
Hmm.
just, kind of filling that gap with people that, Google like how to become this person, how
Hmm.
to do that, how to, and I'm actually going to be, speaking with people in those fields and just I want someone to say, dag, I want to learn how to model.
Hmm.
And, my channel will have me interviewing a model and literally sitting down with her and finding out like how does she start modeling? Where does she model? What big publications have she worked for? Did she take modeling classes?
Hmm.
Like how was it on our photo shoots? And just kind of getting, to the meat and potatoes of what she does. And I'm going to do that for like each industry as much as I can tap
I
into
love
it.
it. I love it.
Chefs, cybersecurity,
Yes.
pianists, painters, makeup artists, hairstylists, clothing designers. Like I want to talk to everyone. So if it's anybody out there that has taken your business to the next level and and you want to share and let pretty much everybody know how hard it is, like in becoming who you became, like I
Hmm.
would love to sit down and talk to you and to interview you. So definitely hit me up, slide in my DM and let me know. I'll take a look. And if it makes sense for us to link together, let's make
Uh-huh.
it happen.
For sure.
Okay. Anywho, let's get started. Okay, so this is Ready to Love Episode 9, panel review, The Getaway Shuffle. So we are going to start off with the elephants in the room. It just is what it is. I don't want to necessarily say the elephants, but the bags in the room. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's where we're gonna start.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are they planned it. They are okay. So are you asking me what my thoughts are from the bags, the entrance before, like the onesies? Because I'm about to bring all that up. So are you just asking
You
me
know,
like
I'll be patient. You know what? I'll just sit and wait for you to just flow with it. We got it.
I love this new Tyrone. You
Mm-hmm.
tell Ace I said hey, and you give her a high five for me. Okay, Tata. Okay. Ace like, no, honey, you go up there with a flute. Okay, that's not how. I already know that's not how we
No,
do.
it's white. I'm drinking the white.
Tyrone,
So
Tyrone, make it
mm-hmm.
happen, Tyrone. You are a representation of both of us. I can hear Ace talking now. Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, she's actually on an interview right now. I think still. Yeah,
Oh
she's still doing
wow.
one. Yeah, it's all
Oh,
good.
okay. That's the one that you were telling me about earlier. That's
Mm-hmm.
tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Clifton is the first one to enter into the house. Dakia enters second, and then Joy enters. Joy says pretty much that, or Dakia embraces Cliff, gives him a hug. Joy comes in, gives Clifton a hug. Then Joy goes to Dakia. She's like, "Hey, girl," and she shows her love, which I love. I love the
Mm-hmm.
love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then pretty much, Joy goes on green screen. She's like, yeah, there ain't, nothing that she has to do physically to solidify the connection that she has with Clifton. And pretty much Joy puts her bag on Clifton's bed. And, she goes around the corner and she's like this, she's scratching her head and she's just like, yeah. So my thoughts on it is that they absolutely planned it. I feel like that they have been dating for a very long time, which is the beginning of the show. And shoot, the way that I don't know, shoot. I mean, were they dating before the show? I don't know. It just is so quick. It's so, I don't know. I feel like both of them did enough to stay on the show, and the way that they're sleeping in the same bed. I just know that when we went to the house trip, Ty, I wasn't trying to sleep in the bed with nobody. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm not trying to sleep in nobody's bed. Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know y'all like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I had connections with a couple of people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't solidified that, this person was with this person yet, and this person was with this person, because I got a whole lot of Sabrina, I'm still feeling you too. It's a process, and you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. So, but yeah, I felt like that at this point, Clifton kind of strung Dakia along. I think he knew he really, really liked Joy, even though he was trying to keep his connections open and his options open. I think it was more so he was just doing it just to make sure he had enough connections to stay on the show. I really feel like he wasn't really feeling Dakia from the beginning, middle, or to the end. That's just my opinion. But Carrie is here. I'm going to bring her on, and then I want
Uh-huh.
you to say what you have to say, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Carrie.
Hi.
What up, Carrie?
Hi.
What's good?
So I was cooking dinner.
Yay. Well, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, because I'm surprised you're not resting, because you had an amazing week in Houston.
I did. I did. I had a really fun week in Houston.
Yeah. Well, you look refreshed and amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. We literally just started. We were like kind of shooting it in the beginning. So as you can see with the bags, that's how this whole thing kind of started. So we literally just started. So
Okay.
yeah. But Tyrone, go ahead and give your thoughts on.
So back to what you were saying. I think we were saying that about a lot of people on the show, to where I feel like because of the truth or dare game, it really made a lot of people choose early, right? And then that literally meant that most people only had the one primary connection at that point. And then I feel like other connections were made by multiple people for votes. And it makes sense now that we're here. Um, but yeah, that was just my thoughts on the votes thing, on the bag thing. Like I said, I've watched it multiple times. I try not to overthink it, right? And I was looking at their body language, and I was like, I know that he has given her a bigger hug than that, right? When they first met each other, because there was one previous date, he pretty much lifted her up off the floor, right, during that initial hug. Um, but maybe it's having respect for Dakia, because she was there and everybody was looking, but it was almost like a side hug, right? Did y'all see that? Are you there, Sabrina?
I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
here.
yeah. So it almost looked like a
Multitasking.
side hug, and I was like, I know they're closer than that. So what,
Hmm.
you know? Or maybe it was nothing. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
At that point, to me, it was not. Yeah,
Yeah.
Carrie, what are your thoughts on the very first episode? Not first episode, the first scene where Clifton enters, Dakia
Mhm.
enters, Joy enters. He gives them both hugs. Joy and Dakia give each other hugs, and bam, we have the bags on the bed.
Yeah, I agree with Tyrone. You have to look at the body language of people. Like,
Mhm.
honestly, from the moment you have to look at how a man acts in front of other women, especially if it's the competition or the one that you're both connecting with. If he's acting different with you than how he would act if she wasn't around, that kind of tells you where he's swaying more, and I feel like that's happened more than once where his body language was more so where he was into Joy versus Dakia, even though one-on-one he's giving her a different um tone, or he's saying, oh, I'm into you, or I still have a connection with you. But in front of Joy, it seems like that he kind of backs up, or he tries to make it seem like it's not as deep of a connection. So that, you don't have to tell me, like, that tells you like where he stands, to
Mhm.
be honest with you.
Honey, he's been doing that the whole show. Because remember
Yep.
when they were sitting there having the date with the friend, his
Yep.
friend, and he
Yep.
was he was very platonic with both
Mhm.
Joy and Dakia. As soon as Joy got up and left, he was like, "I'm trying to taste your vagina."
Exactly. I'm trying to taste your vagina. He didn't say that shit in front of Joy though.
Right,
That
that's
would make me
my
feel
point.
some type of way. Like, how come you didn't say you want to taste my vagina in front of her?
Exact facts. Because I was like, "Why he wait? Why he wait? It ain't his
Why
season."
you
You know what I'm
waiting?
saying?
Yeah, that's giving
Exactly.
mixed signals. And I think that
Mhm.
if Dakia was really paying attention, she would be able to see, like, yeah, this is where he's moving towards.
Yeah.
Would y'all have noticed that, or would you been more focused on getting your vagina tasted?
No, I would have said
I
something.
would have noticed it for
Okay.
sure.
I would have noticed it. I would
Yeah.
have said something. And I think that's the issue that I had with a
Mhm.
lot of the guys on the show, like when I was on the show, because when I noticed stuff and when I saw stuff, I said stuff. That's just like when, Frank had me on the bubble date, remember? And we were at the vineyard and we were sitting there eating cheese and he was like, yeah, with a win, and I was going on Frank and he was
Mhm.
like, Dag, I feel attacked. I was like, I'm not attacking you. And I was like, but just don't blow no smoke up my ass. I was like, don't do that, stop. I was
Mhm.
like,
Stop
Frank,
playing.
you're
Stop
full of
playing.
it. You playing with my emotions and I'm gonna call
Mhm.
you out about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's what it was. But I think a lot of the playing and a lot of the what ifs and questions and stuff like that. Because I think even Dakia mentioned one time how
Mhm.
she felt a certain type of way about, or she knew that they had a strong connection, but she felt like she shouldn't have to ask Cliff. She was like, Cliff should have come to her and talked to her about it or whatever. But my thing is like,
Mm, yeah,
why?
you gotta
Yeah,
have
I
the
was
you
I was gonna
gotta
get to
ask.
that. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
because
get to that part.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm moving forward, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I like I said, I watched it, and then I put the captions on, and I was just waiting for Cliff to just tell it like it is, right? And I figured at this point, what does he got to lose if he got Joy? But then I realized there was a certain part where he doesn't really say his feelings out loud until Carmen questions him on it. And it was really, really quick. But he was like, it's whatever, you know? I think that's what he said. Because remember, it was a scene with him and Carmen, and then Carmen asked about the bags. So I was thinking, like, he had multiple times to address how he really felt without Joey being there, even if it might have been in front of Sabrina. But he did have an opportunity to say what it is. But then he actually, like, either denied it a couple times, or he just didn't address it, or he was like, I don't know, you know? And we was like, like everyone knows, the beds are in the bag. I mean, the bags are in the bed. But then, towards the end, he did admit to saying that it wasn't an easy thing for him to have to break that news. And it's not an easy thing. And maybe, I don't know, maybe he was just being really, really nice and not trying to, like, you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, right?
We ain't got time for that. Not on this show. We ain't got time for it to not be hurting anybody's feelings. Because I think it just hurts you. It's worse towards the end when a woman feels like you're not being 100% with her. So I think he should just be honest. But honestly, he might also have a little bit of nervousness from what happened on our show. Because, like, Cornelius and Camille had their connections at the very beginning. Kind of see how that happened. So maybe he didn't want to say right up front that he had his connection with one person only.
Right.
I thought about that too, but then you got to think about it. They were filming before had already filmed these scenes. I'm thinking before he even saw that with our scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What?
I thought about that.
Yeah, I don't think they had any idea who we were.
Yeah, I don't think they knew who we were. Yeah,
except maybe Donovan.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I just think that when people go through this process, like, the main thing is just to be 100% transparent. Just be honest, And I think it's giving Takia mixed signals where she feels like behind closed doors, and when Joy's not looking, she feels like he's giving her one thing, and then when Joy's in the room, it's a different. Right. I think she got her answer though, without her even having to ask, like, where they stand.
Yeah, but shoot, it's the freaking 9th episode. The show about to be over now.
I know. That's what sucks, because it's like that's why you can't put all your eggs in one basket. Like, that's the part that's hard, because you like someone, you hope that they're on the same page, but then it's like, that's why everybody needs to connect to at least 2 or 3 people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We are on the 9th. We're on the resort episode. So apparently, on this episode is when you kind of already made your decision and you're kind of solidifying it, right? By the time they get to the resort.
So Sabrina enters the room and tries to find a room for herself, and then she notices a room with 2 bags, and of course, Takia is like kind of walking through the house with her. She sees it as well, and they're both like, "Oh!" And Sabrina's like, "Oh, 2 bags," and they're sitting there.
Sabrinas.
They're sitting there. They're talking to Cliff, and Sabrina asks Cliff, like, does he think that people are going to be sharing beds tonight? And she noticed that she had seen 2 beds on 2 bags. I did the same thing you just did. 2 bags on his bed, and Cliff was like, I don't know. That's like hard to say. And he pretty much acts like he doesn't know that it's 2 bags on his bed, and he's like, oh, he was like, oh, I don't even know whose bag that is. And then he walks away, and it just mind boggles me, because he's like playing like he doesn't know whose it is, but he's doing it in front of Takia. He goes, he looks, he comes back, and he's like, oh, I know whose bag that is. I know the smell of it. And he says it in front of Takia.
That's like so obvious, Right. Nah. I would be done.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have any questions. I would be done.
Yeah, me too. Like done. Like, you're making it very obvious.
But what would y'all have done at this point? Would you have stayed? Would have just talked to Paul? chill with Paul?
I would have
Like,
just,
what's there
I
to do
think
at
I
this
would have just
point?
had like a honest conversation. Like, apparently, you don't have to tell me. Like, I know where you stand. I pretty much see where you stand as far as your connection with Joy.
Does it did it seem like that was coming out based on the previews that they showed us? That they eventually were going to have that conversation?
I mean,
Or am I thinking of something else?
I don't think she knew, and I don't think, I just thought that he was just gonna play it along, play until he couldn't play no more. Like, I felt like he wouldn't have said anything unless he had to have said something. And the only reason he had to have said something is because he was placed in a position this time where it was all of them. And Joy wasn't going to back down. Joy was going to be Joy, and she know Cliff is her boo, and she was going to act accordingly. And Cliff had to figure out, dang, I don't really want to lose my connection with Joy. I really ain't trying to mess things up for Joy. I'm feeling Joy more. Dakia, at this point, she is, yeah, she's expendable. And I'm not going to mess it up with Joy. Tyrone, look at your face. Your face be looking so crazy.
Because you be talking and I'll be thinking all these thoughts. Like, this is why you don't make nobody no plate, because they start to. Well, let me stop.
I can't.
No, I was talking about the conversation. It seems like him and Dakia actually do have a conversation at some point. It seemed like that's what they were alluding to in the previews for the next episode.
I mean, they
Unless I
kind of have
missed it.
to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, they
absolutely.
kind of have to. They need to have
Yeah.
a conversation because eventually he is going to have to make his choice.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. And I think she gets upset and everything. Like, she gets in her feelings. I think she even kind of starts crying or something. From what I saw in the preview, she gets emotional.
Yeah.
He's
You
probably
know?
telling her one thing is something different. You know what I mean? Usually when a woman gets like that, it's because you're playing games. Like, you saying one thing to me, and then when it comes to you, you're playing dumb. Like, you acting like you're forgetting what you
Mhm.
told me. You know?
That's
I think that,
exactly how I feel.
yeah. Usually when women get like that, they're just like, but that's not what you told me. So,
Exactly.
but again, I think Takia probably knew, like she said throughout the episode, she knows he has a connection, a strong connection with Joy. She even said it on this previous episode.
Probably knew.
Are you playing
Is
something?
my is my is
No,
that my frozen?
Oh.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean, she is definitely aware. I'm just trying to figure out to what extent, because you have mentioned the tears, and that makes me think, as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then, it also makes me think, like, why isn't she aware that that connection with him and Joe is that strong?
Right.
Why would she be confused at this
Yeah.
point?
I think I think it's not necessarily that she doesn't know or she's confused. I just feel like Carrie says, he's been telling her one thing, been showing her one thing, and it literally did, the truth didn't hit her until she had to be faced with it, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And I also feel like Cliff, and even in this episode, Cliff, when he's even talking to Joy, it's kind of like she asked him a specific question. He's like, I'm gonna stay real still. I don't know if it was edited like that. I don't know, but it just makes me feel like that Cliff is just playing his hand.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he really likes Joy, and at this point now, he kind of has no choice, and he probably doesn't want to mess things up with Joy. So he's
I
just
mean,
kind
they both had on onesies. That's a plan right there. That's pretty much saying you together without saying you together when you both have on onesies.
honey, let me tell you something. If
They
Dakia
both
did,
had on onesies.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the onesies. The only thing that was getting to me was it wasn't clear to Dakia, and I was like, is that because of Clifton, or is that because of Dakia? And that's what I was trying to figure out, by watching the episodes over again.
I think it's both.
Sabrina,
Both
what?
parties.
I see your face.
Sorry, guys. My
Oh,
computer all week, it's been doing something crazy. Are
uh-huh.
y'all there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check with my internet connection. My bad, guys. I got that cricket. Yeah, but I feel like she has emotionally invested into Clifton. And like you said, I feel like it must be things that he's telling her. Like, ain't no woman just gonna be all feeling you like that and
No,
crying when unless something has happened, something
not
you
no grown woman.
not no grown woman. You selling her dreams and she bought them something.
Yeah.
Something. But does anybody else have anything to say about them?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay. The other castmates pretty much enter into the house. Joy tells Donovan that it's only bunk beds left, and Tommy enters the room. Tommy tells the cast that Tina is having car trouble and she will be there soon. He says he lets the castmates know to definitely continue to get to know the people or the peoples or the person or the person.
You froze. You're freezing.
And oh shoot. Am I back?
Mhm.
Am I back, guys?
You're
Yes.
back.
Oh my gosh. This is so ratchet. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry. I don't know
You're
it's
good.
only this week. Okay.
Mhm.
So Tommy tells the castmates that Tina is having car trouble and she will be there soon. He says continue to get to know the person or persons, start pulling back the layers, just like an onion. And of course, when you do that, it can also cause tears, as Tyrone says he's giving it away. And he also lets them know that one man is going to be going home. So the next scene pretty much is that, let me bring the picture up here. Demetrius and Tori sit down and finally have a conversation. The, I feel like this conversation is so long overdue. I'm glad that they actually talked about it because I feel like just with me and in my heart, I feel like Tori has not been right ever since that pool party. So,
The kiss. The kiss.
and the nibble on the ear, girl. It was both. It was both. It wasn't just the kiss.
Wow. I think honestly, again, if you're paying attention, you can tell who Sabrina's into and who she's not into.
Mhm.
Even when he told her you look beautiful, she was like, most women be like, well, you look sexy as hell too, or you look scrumdiddlyumptious.
Mhm.
But she's just like, oh, thank you. That's what I do to guys who I'm not into. Like if they compliment me, I'm like, thanks, but I
Yeah.
don't give a compliment back. Or,
Yeah.
when they're together, there's not really any body, like there's no touchy feely flirty
Mhm.
nothing. I've seen a friendship develop versus anything romantic between them two for a while, between Tori and
Sabrina.
Sabrina. Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, it's been very clear if you
Yeah.
pay attention. And
Yep.
my thing is, if you have to question if someone is into you or not, then you have your answer. You know what I mean? You have your answer.
Agreed. Um,
Right,
I think
Tyrone?
right. What are your thoughts,
Right,
Tyrone?
No, I
Tyrone?
mean like he's not seeing um these other meetups, but he did mention the fact that she's googly eyed when she sees Demetrius. She gets googly
Mm-hmm.
eyed when she sees me, and she gets googly eyed when she sees Donovan. So
Yep.
let's figure it out right now. So I thought it was kind of funny the kind of words that they were using to describe each other, especially in the confessionals. Because in the confessionals, I feel like that's when the people's true feelings are coming out. Because like at that point, you've had time to think about it, right?
Mhm.
So um, I really like those parts.
Yeah.
The bandwidth and they, they mentioned something about her. Was it the bandwidth or was it the stableness or something with Sabrina?
I
There
must have
was a
missed
word. I think it was a word Donovan used. That's all right.
I don't know. It might come to me later. But Tori did say that, even though he was, Sabrina did what she did with Demetrius or whatever, he also felt like, or he also says that he wasn't as responsive as he should have been. And but he did say that, he noticed that, it was kind of changing or
She's frozen again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And I'm really in my feelings right now. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to call Verizon. I spend too much money on Wi-Fi and on the internet for this to be happening. Am I okay now, guys?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Tori pretty much says at this point he wants to start exploring other romantic connections or something to that effect. And I just was like, like, I like Tori and I want him to find love, but I'm like, it's episode 9. Everybody.
His love ain't there. His love is not there.
It's just, it's not there. It's not there. I believe he is ready to love, but
I do believe he's ready to love, but his love is not there.
Yeah. And Demetrius also wants to know where Sabrina stands with him. And, he also knows that she has a connection with Donovan. So, I don't know, but
I feel like she has more of a connection from what I've seen. I've seen more of a connection with Demetrius than Donovan.
Oh, absolutely. To me, I feel like she's waiting for Donovan to I mean, not Donovan.
Yeah.
I feel like Sabrina is waiting for Demetrius to show up.
Right.
And she's patiently waiting.
Right.
Yeah. Feels more like
a lot of the guys are waiting for the women to like make a move. Like they're stepping back. Mm-hmm. Like Tori said, oh, I'll step back and let her have her. Demetrius like, I'm stepping back. Like, this isn't the moment for you to step back. Like, step forward. You know what I mean? Let her know if you're interested or not. Let her know that you're feeling her. You know what I mean? I don't think this is the time for Demetrius, especially when you say we're at the 9th episode, we're at the resort. Like, this is the time to step up and show her that you're feeling her.
Yeah. I mean, all the clues were there at the for the Truth or Dare.
I am
like, I'm not even sure what else they need to be convinced.
Right.
At this point.
Exactly. Why didn't we play Truth or Dare?
Because Laverne just kind of suggested it to everybody. Mm-hmm. So that was something. Yeah, that was something that he wanted to explore with everyone. I thought it was a great thing to do. Mm-hmm. I wish somebody did think about it for real. Mm-hmm. In real life, because that would have been in real life. I wouldn't have did no dares. All mine would have been the truth. Like, what you want now?
Who you like?
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you the truth all day, but I ain't gonna. You tell me to kiss somebody on the mouth, suck on somebody's ear. I don't know when the last time you cleaned your earwax out your ear.
I ain't never blowing out ears.
I'm just real funny about like body fluids and sucking on things that I don't really exactly like. It's some people out here that will take a shower and will not wash their feet. Like it's not a lot of I just need to know the truth. Before I start sucking on people, I just need to know. What? Start,
put out the shower and it's still black underneath. Ill and gross.
What's that in my mouth?
Oh God!
I can't. Everybody knows from the very beginning. I've talked about this so many times. Bodily fluids, and I just don't know. Like, because what if they tell me to kiss you, but in real life you got halitosis, but I ain't know because I was never that close.
Halitosis.
And then I kiss you, and now the top of my whole lip, just tastes
like spit.
Okay. I can't. Okay. So Sabrina and Donovan talk. And Sabrina says that she has some concerns about Demetrius and Donovan. She says she likes she said that she likes Donovan because she feels like both of them have a connection because they both have been recently divorced. But she definitely wants to talk to him about that because she feels like that's a red flag. Even though he's been divorced for a while, he has only been single for like 3 or 4 months at that time of filming. Um, and and she pretty much asked him, um, she pretty much asked him like, do you feel like you have spent enough time alone, and is this what you really want? And she doesn't want to pretty much waste her time with him if this isn't what he really wants. So
Mm.
what do you guys think about Sabrina and Donovan?
I think she was giving Donovan an out.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think she was giving him an out.
Mm-hmm.
So to put it on him for them separating or for them not working out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way she phrased it. Yeah. Sorry.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's kind of like she is not having that conversation that we're expecting from Clifton too, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
if the men can say who they like, the women can too.
Yeah.
And she ain't doing it. So everyone's still looking for answers instead of just putting it out there.
Just put it out there.
You're at the freaking retreat.
At this point, it literally is time to make a decision. Like, be honest. Because the next episode, wait, how many episodes we have left before they make a choice for each other?
It's one more retreat episode, right? And then
one more retreat episode, and then after that, that's when they make a choice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, at this point, yeah, they need to make a decision.
Yeah. Make a decision, Donnie.
You're funny. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like with Sabrina and Donovan, I feel like she is physically attracted to Donovan. I feel like she really enjoys his conversation. I feel like, she could, she would date him. But honestly, I feel like Demetrius is her boo. Period, point blank. I feel like how Tori feels about her, that's how she feels about Demetrius.
Yeah, that's bae.
That's bae.
That's bae.
That's bae.
The process, like that's bae. That's bae.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more lust with Donovan. I also feel like in a way she sees herself in Donovan in the fact that there's a little bit of instability there and it scares her, especially at this point when she's trying to make a decision on something more permanent.
Yep.
That's how I took it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anything else you want to say about Sabrina and Donovan?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. So the castmates are just pretty much mingling through the house. They're like talking to each other. Carmen and Paul are sitting there and talking as well, and they are sharing a salad. He mentions about throwing more love logs to keep the spark burning between the two of his connections. And his connections are Dakia and Carmen. Carmen says that Paul's head is smooth, so she starts rubbing Paul, on his bald head. And she's like, she goes and cuts to green screen and says, I like Tina and everything, but I really don't care if she coming or not. You know what I'm saying? So she don't even got to be here. Like, we good. Mm-hmm. They both have the same connections. Talking about Tina, her and Tina, which is Donovan and Paul. And Paul says if he isn't feeling that energy, because in real life, Paul's like, what's going on with Tina? Like, he starts questioning Tina, like, where is she? What's she doing? Like, is she for real? Like, so he's pretty much like, look, if he ain't feeling that same kind of energy, he's definitely going to disconnect. And Carmen is also saying like Paul is moving ground with her and she's feeling some type of way about Paul. Your thoughts on Carmen and Paul?
Yeah, finally somebody read the room.
I don't feel that way at all.
I don't feel like that.
No, I'm saying she finally understood that Paul's not really feeling her. So she starts moving somewhere else.
That's not what she was saying. She said
not what Carmen was saying.
Carmen is saying that she's having a good time with Paul. Paul is stepping up to the plate, and Paul is moving ground with her.
I thought she said Paul's losing ground. I thought she said Paul was losing ground.
He's moving ground with her.
She's saying that they're moving towards each other. So like now her top is like apparently Paul and like Donovan is who she's juggling.
Correct.
But I honestly feel like at this point it's like she's like choosing who chooses her in a way. Like I don't see a genuine connection with her with
anybody.
Right.
Well, damn. I guess nobody.
Like she's just like, well, whoever picks me, I'll
That's
pick
how
you.
I
You
feel.
know what I mean? Yeah. Because I feel like wasn't he into Tina?
Yeah. I mean, maybe I read that wrong. Paul definitely did not seem like someone who wanted to be with Carmen.
No.
Right?
No.
So
it was like a choice. This is who's in front of me.
Yeah, that's why I thought she said she was losing ground. I mean,
no. She was going with it.
Yeah, I mean, she couldn't see that cold shoulder right there. Like Paul put see that arm right there?
Yeah, but he's feeding her.
Nah, I think she asked for that though.
Probably.
Maybe
she asked for that.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I'm feeling some type of way right now.
Yeah. See that arm? That arm is like.
I mean, I get the body language.
Yeah, you didn't hear what he was saying?
And he's like facing forward.
But I thought he was talking about Tina. I thought he was talking about Tina because he like, where's she at? What's going on?
He was like, where's she at? What's going on?
Yeah, and he was like,
and even Donovan called Tina and was like, where's she at? What's going on?
Right. And Paul was like, now he's gonna start focusing on both of his connections, and I just said it that he's gonna start throwing love logs to keep the spark burning between his two connections. That's what he said.
I definitely didn't read it that way.
Like I promise you, it's in my notes.
No, I know that, but I.
And she said what she said.
Yeah,
I want to watch it again now.
Yeah, I felt like at this point, Paul is moving away from Carmen.
No, he's moving forward to her because his connection that he apparently thought he had
with
didn't
Tina.
Show up. Right. Exactly. She didn't show up at the resort. She didn't show up, period. So he's just like, okay, well, this is the person who's asking for my attention. I'm gonna give her my attention, but I don't feel like it's a genuine connection. Like at all.
Yeah.
I took it as like Paul saying, girl, I know you don't like me, but I'm gonna play this with you here at the table. That's how I took it.
I'm gonna have to watch it again because I'm so confused now. Goodness gracious. So, okay. Besides all that, moving forward, like in real life, I hope this ends because this right here ain't even real.
It's not.
So it just needs to go to the end anyway.
Somebody gotta go.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah. They just need to.
This ain't for real.
Yeah.
Not in real life. Yeah. Not at all. Let the log burn out. Ain't no love. Nope. We are funny.
Bye-bye. We're gonna leave. Which one gonna exit?
Oh my god. Okay. All right. The next episode. Why do I keep saying? You know why? Because I'm sick. I don't feel good in my brain. So the next scene that we have is Takia and Cliff. And I'm so glad that because I was like, please, Lord, let them talk. And I was like, please, Lord, let Cliff like say something and tell her something so she could know something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that absolutely did not happen. But Takia and Cliff do talk, and she says that their connection has changed. She says she doesn't ask Clifton about his connection with Joy. She wants him to pretty much tell her. She feels like she shouldn't have to go and ask him what their connection is or what his connection is with Joy. And like I said, in my head, he like, I'm gonna stay real still. And if don't nobody ask me nothing, I'm not gonna tell them nothing. Okay. And Clifton pretty much says that it was an awkward situation and that his connection with Joy has absolutely grown. And Takia feels like that he isn't being forward with her. So,
which is what we said already.
Yeah, if you gotta ask.
You have to ask.
No, I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, you have to ask, especially
Yeah.
in this type of
Mhm.
situation. At this point, we're not dating like on the show, on the process. You only have a small window of time. So you need to be clear. Don't expect it for someone to come forward with you. If you got questions, ask those questions so you can get
Mhm.
answers, period.
Oops.
Okay.
Sorry.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah. Did you purposely click on that?
It's a lot of stuff. I promise you on everything. It was a little gnat on my computer and I was trying to kill it. I did like that.
You was a lie.
And I was like, oh shoot. Oh dang. See, I'm like clicking stuff now. Oh my God. Let me see.
So I'm trying to remember.
I promise you all on everything.
So I'm trying to remember. At this point, there was still no clarification.
God. Huh?
Or did it come out? I'm just trying to remember.
And Jay's trying to come
No,
on, and I'm
sir.
looking, trying to get him to come on, but his stuff ain't working. I was
Stop.
about to
Just stop.
It's not going down. Just a lot.
Okay.
Maybe she'll come back. Because Jay was trying to log on, but it said that her devices weren't connected.
Who was trying to log
on? Jay
Yeah.
from another round.
Trouble.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh God, here y'all go. I done forgot what we was talking about, child.
So we're here. Takia and Cliff.
Oh
Denny.
yes. Random cast making Donovan talks to Joy and says, okay. We haven't gone there yet. So Tyrone, what did you have to say about?
I was waiting for your notes about this because I was trying to figure out the clarification never came, right? Like, did she specifically ask for the clarification and then kind of just blew it off again?
So
just to be clear.
Yeah, no, nothing. That's the thing. And that's what was making her feel some type of way. Oh, sugar. Let me
Do you think she's saying that because she still is into him, so there's nothing to clarify on her end? She's made it very clear where she stands, so there's nothing that updates that she needs to give. So she feels like if he has an update to give to her as far as where his feelings are shifting, that is his responsibility to notify her on that. Like, she shouldn't have to be digging and asking for that. He should just straight up say, hey, to be honest with you, I'm feeling Carmen more. I'm feeling Joy more than you.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that because I felt like in his confessional, he was saying that I look forward to spending quality time with Takia and Joy.
Mm-hmm.
So I was waiting for them to just have these conversations to hash it all out because, I want them all to prosper, but I want it to be like adult-like, right? Just have the conversation, have it be what it is, and just say it.
Right. Like, if the feelings are hurt, the feelings are hurt, but just be honest. Yeah,
I do have one.
You have a question?
Girl, I've never seen that tattoo. When did you get that tattoo? Look, Delia. What is that?
It's my daughter's name.
I've never seen that before. I think you always have one.
Yeah, I've always had my watch on.
I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, I always have my watch on.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So the thing is they really weren't talking about absolutely nothing. You know what they were talking about? They were talking about the weather. Okay.
Yeah, it was
talking
giving
about
surface.
Yeah.
Surface. They should have dug a little bit deeper.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on, but I think she was saying she's waiting for him to say something. She's waiting for him to be like, so I know you noticed the bag on the bed. I know you noticed this. I know you noticed that, but he never said anything. He like, yeah, it's just the clouds and the birds. Like, is that a cardinal over there?
At that point, I would have asked the questions. Like, if you beating around the bush, I'm just going to straight up be like, look, tell me now, are you feeling Joy more than me? Because clearly through this resort, y'all wearing onesies. She's sleeping in your bed. Like, I kind of already have the answer, but I want to hear it from you.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
Because I don't do the beating around the bush and the sugarcoat. I need you to tell me straight up.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way because I'm not gonna sit and be wondering, like, am I wasting my time? Like, I feel like the thing is it has to be communication on both ends. My thing, if it's episode 5 or episode 6, and you haven't really expressed yourself, like who you're really feeling, if you're really feeling me. And because I know I did that around episode 5, 6, I was calling, texting people. I'm like, we need to talk.
Let's have a conversation.
Like Tyrone can vouch for me because I did it to him too, you know. And I'm just like, because I'm not going to be wasting my time. I don't want to waste my time. Like, y'all aren't saying anything. Like, you know, I don't want you just have me hanging on because I'm a connection and you trying to have my vote and all.
Right, exactly.
You know. But I had enough people tell me, and a lot of people were like, Sabrina should have self-eliminated. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't have self-eliminated, because some of the people that I did talk to, they pretty much let me know I'm still feeling you. Like, I'm just trying to go through the process. So why would I self-eliminate when I have 3 people that I have a connection with and they have a connection with me? Why would I self-eliminate? You know what I'm saying? It's just my strongest.
I think that's the frustrating thing about this process, is that, you know, eventually some people get to the point where they're just staying because they want to stay to the end, you know, versus being 100% honest and just letting someone know, hey, I'm not feeling you in that way. And I think that's where people, that's where they kind of screw up with this whole process. It's like, the point is making the connections. If you made a connection, you made a connection. If you got to hurt feelings, you got to hurt feelings. Do what you have to do. But some people are just like, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and I also want to make it to the end. And I feel like that's where I honestly feel like that's kind of where PO is at with this process. And I kind of feel like that's where Carmen is with this process at this point. You know, that's the energy that I'm getting. Is like, Tina is gone, and then Carmen is still trying to figure out what she's trying to do. It's like, once you get to the resort part of the process, I feel like at that point you should know who you're feeling or not, you know?
Yeah. I think Paul was really looking forward to this event, and he looks visibly distraught. Like, he looks like he's out of it right now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he does, man. I ain't never really seen him like that.
I just feel like he don't know what's going on. Tina didn't show up. Like, he really don't have no strong connections in real life. I might really be going home, like, in this episode. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I just think the reality of him about to be, you know, being eliminated is like really hitting him, honestly.
Yeah. We had talked about this, and I think it's because, like, if that's his main connection, if Tina's his main connection, and his main connection ain't even there, then again, he's back to where most people were. Like, why am I even here?
So at that point, do you feel like you should self-eliminate?
But he's stuck there. The retreat is probably a long drive back home. You know what I mean? He's probably stuck, feeling like he's stuck there. The key is probably feeling like she's stuck there. You know what I mean?
I just wonder if I was in PO's position, if my connection did not show up, would I try to quickly make another connection just for the sake of saving face and staying on the show? Or would I self-eliminate? You know what I mean? I feel like with me, I would probably self-eliminate, because I don't want to do like no fake connections, because at the end of the day, like, you're not going to make it once the show is over. You're not going to continue on with the relationship, because it's not for real. You know,
you don't want to be on that couch with no fake connection, because now you're stuck with that person.
Yeah.
Hello.
Nobody will be stuck when your kids.
Hello. Say it louder for the people in the back. I'm sorry, guys. I had a moment.
Yeah. I just would, if I was PO, and if Tina was his real connection, if he's not feeling anybody else, I think at this point, if I was him, I would self-eliminate.
Yeah.
If I was PO, and
I think, you know, I think he's probably doing it right and being like, what up, Takia? Let's just chill out the rest of this weekend. Enjoy this jacuzzi. Enjoy this food.
That's what I said.
You know what I mean? Let's just chill. We know it ain't nothing here.
That's what I said. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100 because we drove our own cars. They had the GoPros in the cars with us when we went to the house, and I literally was in the just to let you know that I had to resubscribe you. So I was in the car with Walter, keeping it 100, and I remember we were on the way to the house, and I told the producers, I was like, look, because I was just on the bubble with Frank, and I was like, look, I just don't know. I ain't really feeling it right now. I ain't really feeling none of the dudes, and all the dudes that's feeling me right now, I don't care. I don't want them to feel me no more. Like, I think I really want to leave. And I said, but you know what? Like, we going to the house. We going to the house in 2 days. I said, well, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the house. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna do a mini vacation. I'm gonna drink the champagne. I'm gonna swim in the swimming pool. I was like, I'm gonna do that. And then I was like, after that, like, I'm good. I literally was in the car, and I thought that they were recording it because the GoPros were right in our face and we were mic'd. I pretty much told Walter, I was like, look, I think you a cool dude, but I really feel like you playing games. I feel like you really ain't feeling me like that. I feel like you really feeling this other lady more than you're feeling me. And I think that you're not being honest with me. I understand, like, this is a process. And I'm like, but we're already at the end of the process, damn near. And I was like, and I feel like it's just not real. I was like, so I'm gonna swim in the swimming pool. If you want to swim with me, cool. I'm gonna eat by myself. If you want to eat with me, cool. I'm gonna sleep by myself, and I'm gonna sleep by myself. And then we just see where it go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but he was like, I'm offended. He was like, dang, I really thought that we had something more. And I was like, how? Why? When? Where? I was like, stop. I was like, you wasting my time at this point. And I think, keeping it 100, I think that's why he chose me at the house. You guys didn't see that scene, but he chose me at the house. And I think he chose me because I pretty much told him in the car, like, I ain't feeling you, bro. Like, we cool, but I'm not going to leave this journey on some fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? And not even 24 hours later, he chose me. And I was like, And that was a red flag to me. But anywho, we're not talking about me.
So we have Donovan and Joy.
I was about to say, we're not talking about the past. Yes, we have Donovan and Joy, and pretty much he's saying
that's definitely not a match.
No,
they're just out there shooting it. They're just out there.
They are homies. They are homies.
Yeah.
He's not going to try to cross any lines because he knows that's Clifton's. Like, she is claimed pretty much at this point.
This is the equivalent of me and Aisha's conversation at the pool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
There's really nothing much to say about this whole situation.
Not at all. He's just I'm going to try one more time. He's just pretty much talking to Joy about his connections with Carmen and Sabrina, and he wants to see exactly how they're going to move. He says because there are some wolves scavenging, and he wants to see how they're going to handle it. And then Carmen comes in and she joins the conversation, and she's like, hey, can I come and sit here with Donnie? Or no, she doesn't call him Donnie. So she
make that up. She just make that up.
No, in real life, I'm about to show the picture.
No.
I got receipts.
No, but did you make that up saying Donnie?
See, that's
not the Donnie part.
Not the Donnie. Carmen doesn't call him Donnie. Somebody who calls him Donnie?
Sabrina.
Oh, she calls him Donnie.
Yeah. Sabrina calls him Donnie. But Carmen does come over and she says that she would like to talk to Donovan. So yeah. How y'all feel about Carmen and Donovan? Don't all speak too soon.
I mean, when you look at the other options,
I don't know what to say.
You know what I mean? I don't see why it can't work.
Gonna take that picture down.
Yeah.
I have no words.
Okay, so let me just throw the picture up here and then we can discuss this. Okay. So y'all don't have nothing to say?
I mean,
I don't see it. Like, I don't see the true real chemistry. Like, I feel like if they are gonna pick each other, it's like to make it to the end. But I don't know if it's like in real life, like they really like each other, because I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Like, true. For real.
Yeah.
True. Like, I don't recall Carmen like expressing interest in Donovan,
Right.
like that, you know?
Right.
I don't see her expressing no interest in nobody
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's
Okay.
why I was saying at this point, considering the options, Donovan or Paul,
It's like
you
she's
know.
gonna pick who picks her, and that's
Hmm.
honestly just where that's what it seems like at this point.
Yeah. And
I
she
don't
does ask him, she's like, "Are you connecting with any of your connections?" And
Hmm.
he's like, "I'm connecting right now."
With
You
you,
know?
what's up? We here. What's good?
Yeah.
What we
Yeah,
doing?
like in the moment.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. And I think at this point, during this time, it's just kind of,
It's
it's
like, yeah,
it's
it's like,
definitely forced again. I've
yeah, it's
been
like they're
saying it.
all looking for a sign. Like, I don't know what that sign needs to be. Maybe the show needs to hand everybody a coin, and then
Doesn't
you
Carmen
give
even say that? Doesn't
you
even
give a
she says
coin
that?
to someone that so they know. Do you know
Like
what I
this is not
mean?
The Bachelor. Like you're not gonna get a rose. Like you got to figure
Shit.
this out.
Wow.
I have nothing more to say about this.
Okay. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Because it's really nothing to say, but it's not real.
Mm-mm.
So it's really nothing to say because
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So pretty much the men get together, the women get together, and they both parties like are having a conversation over here and having a conversation over here about not Carmen, I'm sorry, about Tina and about her not being present. Carmen says and makes a comment about, she says it's car issues. She's like, but maybe it's something else. And Donovan says she has a lot of making up to do. The men are at this time, they're all kind of going around, they're evaluating Tina and the relationship that they have with Tina. And Joy says pretty much the women needs to focus on their connections, and Tina is not a connection. And I was like, yes, Joy, yes. The
You know what?
shade, but she
I
right
really think
though.
I think OWN Network needs to do away with the surprise, the later surprise coming in. I just think they need to do away with this. It's not working. It's not giving what needs to be given. Because even from like what Sean and Sydney's
Oh,
feedback from them being like the surprise later on, it was hard for them to make connections because everybody has made their connections. Like everybody has, and then you feel like you don't want to screw this up because you don't know where this is gonna go. Um, and I think with Tina, she was a later on connection, but you kind of, I think when you're that later on spinoff, you kind of have to have thick skin and you kind of have to be a little bit more aggressive to like make the stuff happen, I guess. But I think with her, she just was probably over it. She was over it very quickly. It seems like from the moment she kind of entered, I didn't see a lot of effort on her end.
I
To be
feel
honest.
you. I
Yeah.
feel you. I have mixed feelings because like half the time it works, half the time it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sydney found a connection. Donovan's got multiple connections. So I mean, if I feel like if, and I'm not trying to throw shade, but I feel like if the people are feeling you, they're feeling you, right?
Right.
You
yeah.
can easily move into a top 2, top 3, you
Right.
know.
It's true.
But I think that's on the people
But
who,
P.O. was feeling her.
yeah, I think it's on the people who already made the connection. If you made a connection, then it shouldn't matter who came as the
I,
new person.
I honestly feel like something happened that we don't know because we know how it is.
Hmm.
I think something happened in the background, some drama happened that they're not revealing on the show that made her say F it. Because she did have a connection with P.O. Like P.O. was feeling her. So she really wanted to like continue with the process. She had someone that was interested.
Okay, but show or no show, ain't nothing stopping them from continuing the process, right? They all got each other's numbers, right?
I just don't think, I think something happened where she was just kind of like washed her hands and was like, I'm done with this whole thing.
But then she shows up, so that gets confusing.
It does. I don't know, child. I don't know. We gonna know soon. It said P.O. was feeling everybody.
I honestly, I said it from the beginning. I was rooting for him. I was Team Paul from the beginning, and I just feel like he should have just um, put it
Focus.
out there. Focus. Put it out there on who was feeling, or who he was feeling, and just let them know and be genuine about it. And I think he could have done well if that was the case.
Mm. Someone said that they said if she stayed, she would have been in the hospital. I missed that. Did she say that? If she stayed, she would have been in the hospital.
I mean,
Like,
I'm sure there was a couple of interviews that she has done.
Has she
I,
done interviews already?
yeah, I
oh
didn't
yeah,
watch them all, but she's definitely done interviews.
honey, she did an interview and talked about her not being on the show anymore, and she was still on the show.
Oh, I didn't think we could do that.
They were doing a lot of things that we didn't do.
It's all these rules being broken.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of things that we weren't
Don't
doing.
get me started.
Like if y'all got an Instagram account, then you don't even need the show.
Wow.
Honey, I
You
can't.
did an interview with Kojo?
Oh yeah. Quite a few of them. Almost everyone's done the Kojo.
What?
Kojo had a string of 4 or 5 people in 2 or 3 days, right?
Oh, I haven't seen those interviews.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Very.
She was on IG with Shiloh at Shiloh's house. Was she?
I think that's probably the 4 of them in the same room. I think
Oh,
They were having like a sleepover or something.
for 4 separate IGs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Yes. So, Lord, I done lost my train of thought.
Donovan and Carmen.
Hold on. Lord, let me take a.
Sabrina, I can't stand you.
If I wasn't sick,
Nice
I
a
would.
new member of BGS. I mean, if that's what she want to join, go ahead, child. Enjoy.
So they're about to have dinner, and Sabrina and Demetrius. Hold on, because I'm real confused. I gotta get it
With
together.
Donovan,
I'm like reading these
Donovan
comments.
and
I'm like,
Carmen.
for real?
Donovan and Carmen.
I'm trying not to read the comments. I'm trying to stay focused.
Donovan
They
and
giving
Carmen.
all the tea, child. I didn't know because I don't be following Tina like that. So I don't know. I don't know much about that lady, but y'all giving me all the tea. I'm like, oh
yeah, exactly.
Child.
Like I'm about to start in real life. I'm about to start unfollowing #ReadyToLove because stuff be popping up on my timeline, and I just be like
what happened?
I'm just not trying to see that for real. Okay. Like I just feel like they say if it brings you down or make you feel some type of way on social media, like you shouldn't follow not.
Yeah, I've removed myself from a few. I've muted a few people that I'm over.
I've muted a whole lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Whole lot of people. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people have actually blocked me, like people I don't even check for. They just like have blocked me, and I'm just
like, girl, you ain't gotta block me because I'm not checking for you. What are you doing? No one cares.
And I wouldn't have even known if it didn't come up my #ReadyToLove. Like, oh God, there's they have a new channel. Oh, let me check. Like so I can support them. Like, you block me.
Listen. Folks be in their feelings for no reason. Like, what happened? What did I do?
No reason. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It was the wig that I had on, and
she didn't like your wig.
Maybe because she didn't like the wig. I thought maybe she liked the wig, and she wanted to ask me like where I got the wig from. And since like we wasn't really, I don't know. I just,
I don't care. Block me.
Yes. So everybody is about to have dinner, and they're fixing plates. Sabrina and Demetrius are talking during dinner, and Jay's having problems logging on. Sorry guys. Hopefully she'll try again and she'll be able to join us. But Sabrina and Demetrius are talking, and they are having pretty much conversations where they're both confused about each other. And she was just like, well, you know, and he like, I know what? And she like, you know, he like, oh, I thought I knew, but obviously I don't know. But since I don't know, I guess I really don't know. So yeah, I need to talk to you too. So that's how
they're waiting on each other. Like they're sabotaging the whole thing to the lack of communication.
I was confused. I was like, everybody, we all confused.
But I feel like from the way that Sabrina has been carrying herself on the show, that she's not the type of person that is confused. Like I feel like she would express herself as far as what she wants or what she needs. She seems expressive to me. So I don't know. I don't know how the conversations are off camera.
She is expressive.
I feel like somebody is going to be straight up with someone.
Yeah. I think what her mouth is saying and what she's thinking and what her body is saying is two different things. That's what I'm getting from the get.
Do you feel like Demetrius is really into Sabrina? Like for real, for real?
I saw this conversation and my first thoughts was, this ain't gonna work. Because they can't even get to a point where they can even recognize that the next person may be a little bit off and give them some time. You know, I don't want to say to figure it out. It just doesn't seem like the patience is there to allow the other person to be more clear on what they want and what they're saying.
Right.
So something's off there.
Yeah. And I don't know why, like, I feel like in this process, like this is a point where you could be vulnerable, you could be open, because you know people are supposed to be like, the goal is to be able to connect and eventually maybe go into be in a relationship. So I feel like this isn't the time to like not communicate or wait for the other person. Like you got to be open and forward and let people know what's up. I just feel like there's just like a lack of communication here.
I think the communication one, I'm also seeing like a lack of confidence. Like none of them are moving like they're the front runner.
Right.
And I don't I don't understand it. Maybe they're being respectful of the other people in the room, but like if you're the shit, then you would carry yourself and you would know that, right? Or maybe, you know, the person that they're talking to they're not being that clear with them. But you could still move like you got a lot of confidence in your damn self. You know?
Do you think Demetrius wants people to like, when once people are like in this situation? Because I found and we talked about this before, Tyrone, you know, we've talked about this. Sabrina, you know, we've talked about this, about some of the women's frustrations is that the men feel like that the women were having to do the approaching and be the aggressors.
Yeah. We in DC, baby.
And I feel like with Demetrius, that's what he's expecting in this process. Is like he wants the woman to do the pursuing and in the leading and the forward thinking of as far as what they should do, and Sabrina wants him to pursue her. So I feel like it's like a clash.
Yeah,
like one waiting on the other to do to make them feel comfortable and moving forward. You know.
Yeah.
So,
agreed.
Annoying.
Yeah. So, and of course, this scene, it goes to Tori pretty much asking or saying that he needed a king size bed and asked Carmen where she was sleeping.
That's a switch.
Yeah, but I think that, you know, he was just joking or whatever, because he was like, I'm about to leave the table, but he did say that. But I can also see that because they were going back and forth from like Tori to Sabrina and Demetrius, Tori to Sabrina and Demetrius, and Tori just still looked so bothered. No, yeah, so I don't know, but hopefully, like they're about to talk anyway, and she's about to tell him. So, and then after dinner, you have Clifton and Joy enter the room in onesies.
If this ain't say we together,
hey,
without saying we together,
damn it! Finally, we have a couple making moves, right?
Exactly.
get it. I'm happy for them. I hope all 20 of them could have done this. You know, shit. We had to wait, what, 8, 9 episodes for something solid, right? In front of everyone else.
Yeah.
And they didn't really say it, but they said it.
They didn't really say, but they said it. Yeah. For
They said
sure.
it.
I think it's cute. I like their little onesies. I feel bad for Dakia because I feel like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like that goes. Sabrina, what's your face? Yeah, the look of disgust. Like, what is going on here? What?
Yeah. So like I was paying attention to that. Is that and trying to see if that was a look of like being hurt because it's happening, or
I
if
think
it's a
it's
look that
look
she's
of
just upset because she.
All of the above.
Yeah, and also annoyance. She's probably annoyed, like, oh, this nigga. Oh, for real? Oh, for real?
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Like I was trying to pay attention to that. Like if she upset that it wasn't her, but still happy for them, or she's like,
No, she's
I think
definitely
it's more of
happy.
a towards Clifton than the whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. She feels like she's blindsided.
Yeah.
You know, she feels like that the communication that she had with Clifton prior to this trip was lies. She feels like she's been lied to because she said that when they talked before this trip, they were going to be cuddling and they were going to be doing this and they were going to be spending time together. They were going to get to know each other better. But then you sleep in the bed with another woman. Now y'all coming out with matching pajamas. So everything you told me was, I mean, I get it. Like the connections have to be open, but we didn't plan to wear pajamas together. Like, what, you gonna sleep in the bed with her on Tuesday and you gonna sleep in the bed with me on Wednesday? Like, I know you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in a process, but my thing is you have two connections. So what you do, I just feel like what you do with one connection, you need to do with the second connection. Just like when Corey at the pool party on our season only focused in on Courtney and gave her cards, but yet he still had 3 other connections at the pool party. You can't single it out. If you gonna do cards for Courtney, you need to do something else for her. You need to do something else for her. You need all at the same pool party.
Yeah.
You can't be like, well, I was gonna do something for you tomorrow, but you can't. So, like, well, I'm gonna know, why did you pick Courtney first to do it? Why did you do this? Why did you? You know what I'm saying? It's too many questions. You can't do that. So since you didn't do that, and since you moved the way you move, you pretty much just told me you really not feeling me like that. You like me, but yeah, you ain't feeling me like that. You keeping me around for a vote at this point.
And I think that's probably where all of her answers kind of came at once when he showed up in his little onesies with Joy. Like, I mean, you can't really question that whole situation. They've been communicating, they planned this. Not you know, you're not gonna just show up in a onesie and it's just a coincidence. Who wants to sleep with a onesie? I don't.
Honey.
So, yeah. I think Dakia just needs to be done with Clifton at this point. I wouldn't give him any more of my energy. Not an ounce. Not an ounce.
Facts. I feel the same way. It's an unfortunate situation. And then too, a lot of times, and I said this too when I was doing my live watch party, we have to remember as viewers, we're watching it play out. So we see the connection that Clifton has with Joy. Dakia is not seeing the connection that Clifton has with Joy.
Right.
First time she's seeing anything is on this trip.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely, she's blindsided. We see, so of course I always see people and I always hear people say, I mean, how can you not know that he got a connection with Joy? Because she ain't been around.
Yeah,
She
and
don't
we ain't
She
and
don't
we
hang
ain't
out with
asking.
him.
Yeah,
Right.
And
we
no
ain't
one's
asking.
Right. And he ain't volunteering no information. So
He
yeah,
sure ain't volunteering.
Yeah. she's feeling some type of way. But my thing is if I know you have a connection with another woman, especially if we're on episode 8, at this point, it's a conversation that we need to have. And if you're not going to have it, I am going to say something. Just like you said, Carrie, you're a grown woman. Like, let's have these grown conversations. He's a grown man.
Right. Let's just be
saying?
honest with each other. It's not like it's been years and we're all committed. This is only but a few weeks, a couple of months.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna throw themselves off a building. But let's just be honest. Let's be honest and upfront.
Exactly.
And I feel bad for her because I do, especially this long into the process, you're thinking it's one thing, you kind of get slapped in the face with that.
Yeah, it is. It is unfortunate because my thought, just like what you just said, Carrie, like my thought is I'm about to leave with Bae.
Right.
I'm about to leave with my boo. Like this might really be happening. Like that's how I was. Okay, so we're not going to talk. I'm just saying that's probably what she was thinking. You know what I'm saying? And then bam.
Right.
It's not the case.
The onesies and dancing and then throwing it in your face, acting like you're not even there. Like we never had a conversation, we never had a connection, nothing. This me right here.
Nothing. Exactly. Yeah. And if you got a problem with it, then you short is then that's on you. That's how he was really.
And people are like, oh, Clifton should like who he wants to like. Absolutely. He should, but you should also be honest in the process. It's not fair when you're telling two sides of two different stories and you're acting one way to one lady, you're acting another way. And yet, yes, you should be dating. That's the point of the show is you're dating each other. But as time goes on, you know who you feeling more than the other. You absolutely know it. And it doesn't take that long to figure it out. So at this point in the game, Dakia should not have found out this is his guaranteed decision when he come out in the living room, his onesies doing his dance with Troy. Like he should have just had a adult conversation with her. I think she deserved that at least.
Absolutely agreed.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, that did not happen. Okay, so moving forward, they are all pretty much sitting around having conversations. After dinner, Sabrina and Demetrius are talking. Sabrina says that she has gotten pretty much out of her comfort zone with Demetrius, and to let him know pretty much she likes him, and she feels like that he hasn't done nearly as much as she has done to let him know, and she's pretty much tired of it, and he is too cool for school. Now, what would you like to say about Sabrina and Demetrius?
I could see that. I could absolutely see what she's saying. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I agree. It's an unfortunate situation because, like I said, Tori showed up for Sabrina, but Sabrina showed up for Demetrius, and Demetrius just like,
isn't this the life of dating? This is the frustrating part of dating. Like you always like one person who don't like you, and then the person you like is not giving you what you want. It's just it just seems like the game of dating. It's like you always want who don't want you, and who wants you, you don't want.
Yep, exactly. And while Sabrina and Demetrius are over there talking, you have Donovan here across the living room.
He
like giving the shady eye.
He can see what's up. Like we can read women's body language and all that stuff.
Yeah,
we know.
Absolutely. And it is what it is. But Donovan did mention that that's what he was going to do. He said, that this was a good time for him to pretty much like watch how everyone was going to be moving because it was scavengers or whatever.
Yo, these screenshots you got. Donovan is peeping.
He's all up in the cool. Matter of fact, they all are. It's not just Donovan.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the business.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I work very hard in bringing you guys great screenshots and notes and stuff, because I really want us to like really review it and really dig down deep and get into it and really, have the viewers and have our soulmates.
Shut up, Sabrina.
Everyone, kind of know what's going on. You know, some
We
people don't have
already know that
some people
reunion's
don't
gonna
have
be.
cable. Some people haven't seen the episode. You know, so just Anyway, yes. So Tori at this point, I think, feels like I like Sabrina. I'm starting to feel like she ain't really feeling me. And you know what? I think I'm okay with it. That's how he's looking. And Donovan's like, yeah, Donovan ain't feeling it. But other than that, like, do you guys have anything to say about Sabrina and Demetrius and Donovan and Tori and Sabrina?
I think Sabrina's beautiful.
I think so too.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, me too. Moving forward.
Moving on.
We are so bad. Oh gosh. So.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this one is very obvious.
It's the whole thing again.
Shut up, Sarah!
All over again. How many times are we gonna have this scene?
Yeah.
Just focus on us, baby.
Don't say it. Don't say it. You don't mean it. Listen.
But at least she lets it be known finally.
She did.
So good for her.
But even from the body, like, we don't even have to look. If we didn't even know these people and we saw this picture, you see no type of romantic nothing. This looks like they can't even catch the brother and sister at this point.
I know.
This picture alone.
Yeah, it still looks like he's looking for something that just may be there. Like he's still like, so there is a chance. No, man.
And she's looking like, no, it's not.
Right. She expecting Clifton to have answers. Come on now, time for you to have some answers.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm glad she was honest with him and told him up front where she stood, you know?
Yeah, she let him down easy. Easier than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Did we lose her?
I think we did.
All right. So, in the audience, what did y'all think about this Tori and Sabrina conversation? Just so we know.
They look like they are hanging out as homies.
After weeks of mixed signals, she could have let them know sooner. I
don't think so.
I guess. I mean, you would hold on to that too, right, Kerry? Like,
if I was not confirmed, if I did not have a confirmed decision, I'm not going to say anything until my decision is confirmed. So we know this takes a few weeks. So you don't want to like quickly make a decision,
right?
And kind of hang yourself, right? So I think she was doing the whole wait and see thing. Mm-hmm. And then when she realized, you know, on a couple of occasions, like, and he couldn't let go of the whole, you know, what happened previous. I feel like he kind of held on to that. So I don't think
Sabrina, like, you're coming in clearer than ever right now.
It was not gonna last. It's not gonna last.
Oh.
Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so blown right now.
No, we good.
I do feel like Tori is his mate is not on the show, but I do think Tori is going to connect with someone after the show.
I agree.
Because he definitely is ready for a relationship. You don't agree, Tyrone? You think after the show he probably gonna be like, he gonna have some fun first, then get in a relationship? That's usually what y'all do. Y'all like all the attention first, then y'all get in a relationship.
I mean, everybody does it differently. You know what I mean? Everyone does it differently. Shoot. Yeah, Tori just like, he was going hard, you know? He was going hard. And this process, like, it makes you like emotionally gooey. So, you know, he was having trouble maintaining afterwards, right? And he even got to a point. I mean, I'm probably talking too much, but he shut his IG down and all that. Like he was really, really going through it. So, it just makes you think, like, how would that be if he was in a relationship, at that point? So, or at any point.
Tori's mate is out there. He gonna find love soon, or he's about to have a lot of fun. One or the other. He's either gonna
I
find
hope
love.
he
He
get it.
he gonna have a lot of fun. He gonna be in these streets.
Get it for me, Tori.
Y'all always trying to hook me up with somebody. Why y'all always trying to hook me up?
It's relevant. We're talking about it. I gotta put it on the screen.
They always like, Carrie, you should go for it. Y'all just be y'all be trying to connect me with just any and everybody. Dang. Y'all know me.
I'm not shading nobody, y'all.
They're gonna have to come through.
I'm supportive. If I could throw Tori an alley-oop, I would.
What?
He know what I'm talking about. Tori know I support him. He came on the show we did.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I think Tori is absolutely ready for love. It's just his person is just not there. And that's fine. It's a freaking TV show. It's like 8 people on the show, 10 people on the show. It's 7.49 whatever billion people in the world. It's okay that the person is not on the show. It's okay. Enjoy yourself. Like, have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I was really gone for a long period of time. Are y'all laughing at me?
No, you said have fun with it because Carrie is.
No, I'm just reading the comments. I'm laughing at the people in the comments. I am having fun.
Yeah. So, oh God. So this whole chat sequence is all for Carrie. I was like, yeah, because it's Carrie. Yeah, Carrie. Carrie and Jay.
Carrie and Jay are not together. No. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Carrie and Jay are not together.
Carrie.
They really want me to find love. Y'all, and it's in God's time. My love will come around. Y'all gonna see. But just know, if I found love, y'all not gonna know until I have an engagement ring on my finger. That's when he gonna actually pop up on Instagram. Yeah. I'll be like, bam, it happened.
Okay. That's the best way to do it, honey.
Seriously.
Yeah, because I'm definitely not putting, if I meet someone and start dating them, and I'm absolutely not going to put it on social media. Not even a little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if I get married, y'all might not even know. I might come on live one day. This is one of my earrings. I might come on live one day and just be like, yup, because he said, and how when we was talking, and then,
right.
Like, like it's something in my eye.
Right.
It's something in my eye.
Can you pass me that drink over there? Can you pass me that? Can you pass me that one right there?
Right.
That's what's gonna happen because I am done. I'm not revealing nobody no more. I'm done. We're not doing that. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And by the way, these earrings were definitely sparkling. These are the darling earrings. They are available on my website.
They're beautiful.
These are earrings. It's not a ring.
Stay away from them light brights, Carrie. You'll be fine.
Oh.
Shut up. I haven't. Listen. I am not opposed to any color. I like light, dark. I just like black. But
yeah, I'm just messing with you.
I didn't know. Now we know. Apparently, Tyrone knew.
Well.
I don't know. I can see things. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Tyrone was like, Carrie.
Carrie. I feel like,
what are you doing?
Let y'all talk. Yes. I love it.
Oh shoot. Okay. Carrie and Fernando. Who the hell's Fernando?
Come on now.
Sabrina and
Come
London.
on now.
Who's Fernando?
They are really trying to match us up.
Try being savage.
Sabrina in London. Who's London?
London is from season 2.
Yeah.
But who's Fernando?
That's Atlanta.
Oh,
Carrie and Edwin, Sabrina with Donnie. Everybody's trying to hook me up with Donovan. Yeah. I think it's crazy.
I think Fernando was voted off first.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Potomac.
I don't know who this is. Fernando was voted off of what season?
He was at
Atlanta
he was
season?
at the premiere. You met
No,
him.
Fernando this season.
Oh, I met him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, I'm trying to help you,
okay.
but you keep saying you don't know the dude.
I don't know that name. Oh, okay. I don't
Dark
really
skin
do it
Fernando.
well. I don't talk to none of the men from the new season. I talk to the ladies and I talk to our men, but I don't talk to the men from the new season.
Yeah, we seen you with the ladies.
Yeah, we had a great brunch. They were
Yeah.
very nice and sweet.
Y'all look
Very
really,
nice.
really nice.
Thank you. Sabrina threw that together. It was very sweet of her. Yeah.
So did y'all talk about the conversation that Sabrina had with Tori? Because remember my
Yeah.
Yeah, we
camera
talked
We
about
did.
it.
Okay.
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 No, we did.
Okay.
No, basically
No.
those whole vibes just came out again.
Yeah, and she friend zoned him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
it's what we've been talking about this whole time. It's a no. It's just a no.
Yeah. I feel so bad. But it is what it is. I don't think that keeping it 100, I don't think she really was feeling him. I think she wanted to try to like him, maybe. I don't know, but
I think Tori would be the one to treat her right.
oh, I completely
He probably
agree with
would
that.
absolutely treat
She would
her
be the
right.
one to treat her right.
Absolutely.
And
You're attracted to her. You're attracted to, right, Tyrone?
You know how y'all are. Y'all don't want that. Y'all want somebody tall.
But you're attracted to who you're attracted to, right, Tyrone?
When it's physical, then it don't. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet.
Be quiet.
Oh, my lips was just dry. We ready? You ready? Okay.
Love you, time. Love, love, love.
So the very next day, the castmates are having mimosas in the kitchen, and Clifton and Joy, they pretty much wake up together in their onesies. We're just gonna go ahead and bring that pic up so everyone can get the visual on exactly how it looked when they both woke up together in the morning. Okay.
Whoa.
So, yes, Clifton is in the bed and Joy is leaving out the room, and they clearly slept in the same room and in the bed together.
They look comfortable. She got her
good for
head wrap
them.
on. This don't look like this the first time.
Good for them.
Yes.
Does this look like, because usually with the first time, I know if it's the first time for me, I got my lashes still on. I'm not putting on a head wrap. I have my little cute little whatever. This look like this probably been maybe the 5th or 6th time we done spent the night together.
If it is, good for them.
Yes.
I'm not hating at all,
for them.
but it does look comfortable. A do-rag and he's on his laptop. It looks real comfortable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's Christmas morning in Clifton's head.
Oh, it's Christmas.
Yes, it's Christmas in the morning time, like with the presents and stuff.
They might just get married, y'all. This looks like this a true love connection.
I would love to go to the wedding. If they Zoom it, I will watch.
I don't think I'm invited to the wedding.
Why? And why not, Carrie?
Sugar.
Why wouldn't you be invited, Carrie?
You know why I'm not invited to the wedding. Y'all know the whole little scandal that happened. I didn't do nothing. I was just saying we don't need to be fighting on the internet.
I don't know nothing. I don't know. I'll be over here focused.
I'm not being messy, y'all.
So,
Okay,
I mean, if they got to this point where they're actually making plans to be with their mate, they're at the retreat. They're probably at a moment where they could just exhale, finally, right during this process. It was like
they're finally out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they know. They done synced us last night. Seen the bags. We here.
Mm.
All who don't understand that, oh well.
Oh goodness,
Tyrone, you are Team Cliff and Joy, huh?
He is.
I am team Black
Love, because
love.
he's in love right now. Tyrone's in
Oh my
love, so he want
gosh.
everybody to find love because he done found love. Are you ready?
I already get. I gave
Ready for love. Tyrone
Carrie.
is
I
he
gave you
found
the
love with
answers.
Ace from the
You
previous
didn't even
the
want to
current
listen to
season. That's
me.
his girlfriend.
I gave you the answers, Carrie. You didn't want to take my advice. You know, you could have been there weeks ago.
Whatever. Oh God. Whew.
Oh God.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm. Okay. So
This is not awkward at all.
y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. We have to focus. Okay.
Okay.
So Donovan is calling Tina, and pretty much everyone is wondering, is she really taking this process seriously? So he does call her a couple of times. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I really don't know how to feel about why she's not there, because it does like make me think about what Carmen said in the kitchen. Tyrone, be cool. See, Tyrone, I
No,
already know what you're thinking. I already know what you're
I
thinking.
was just laughing at my first thoughts, but I'm gonna try to
What's your
hold
first
them in.
thoughts? Please share with our soulmates.
My first thoughts was, in this situation, if she ain't here, she better be dead.
Oh, oh, Ty.
Dang.
No, but I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, at this point, like, she's dead to me. You know, if it's a no call, no show, if it's truly a no call, no show
Hold on.
right now at this point, then there's really nothing to even talk about. You know, if there's no explanation, I think as long as I find out that she is physically okay, then I'm good. But they don't even know that part, according to the show.
Wow. Mm, mm, mm.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't mean like
I
I'm
get
wishing
it.
death on someone.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get
Mhm.
it. See, I just feel like anything could have happened. Like it's a process. So I would have just been like, Dag, I hope she's okay.
Right, but they had an entire night's sleep. They had an entire night's sleep. Tommy comes on and says it's car trouble. But car trouble don't prevent a phone call or a text.
But you don't know
We don't know.
what's
There's probably
going
a whole
on.
bunch of shit going on behind the scenes.
I don't know. I'm just one of those people where I'm like, if I don't have all the answers, like I try not to assume, and I try not to put my emotions
Yeah,
into
yeah.
it because of situations like that. But I mean, we're all different people. I mean,
I'm
that's just
just talking about what I'm seeing on screen at this point. What I'm seeing on screen is no call, no show. Don't nobody know where she is. And they're still trying to find out something the very next day.
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like if no one's heard from her, then it might really be something going on, and she just hasn't gotten a chance to get to the phone to
Right.
call anyone.
I'm hoping it's not. But if she ain't,
That's all you saying.
right, that's all I'm saying.
That if she ain't, then you better have a good excuse type deal. But no, you said that you at this point you not even looking at nothing. You not even trying to even move forward, because that's how kind of how Paul
If
was feeling.
yeah, at this point, if I can't even get some type of communication to where at a minimum you say I'm okay, then what's left?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, moving forward,
Mhm.
we have Cliff and Joy. In the morning, of course, they decided to go and sit by the water and have a conversation. And Joy pretty much is having a conversation to Cliff with Cliff
Mhm.
about how. Hold on, I got my notes. Joy asked Cliff, does he still feel like he has another connection as well? I probably would have asked that last night, but he never answers. And then at the end of it, he says that he does not know. How does that make you feel?
Oh, you was asking me?
Yes. That whole scene, like that whole scene just threw me out because I just felt like this conversation should have happened like maybe the day before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just don't know. But maybe in her head, she felt like the confirmation is this dude wore a onesie with me. We slept in the bed together. Like, yeah, I'm good. But you know what? The last thing I forgot to do was actually ask this man, like, you're number one, are we probably going to be leaving together? Like, are we choosing each other? You know, and that's what she's asking him right now. And this is the morning after the onesies, the night sleep, and everything. So, what are your thoughts on this?
All right. When I first watched it, I was like, how can you possibly still be indecisive? But I think there was some banter going on about them not actually talking about themselves, but talking about other cast members in this moment. So I didn't get a chance to watch it again to see if that was really true or not. So that's kind of where I am. Like when I first watched it, I was like, it should be clear at this point. But then, kind of heard that he probably wasn't talking about them. So I don't know.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I get it. So I'm sorry. Real quick recap, Carrie. We are talking about the morning after. This is when Joy and Clifton walk to the water. They're sitting there having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And Joy pretty much asks Cliff, does he still feel like he has another connection as well as her? He pretty much never answers. And then he says to her, I don't know. So that's what Tyrone was just speaking on, his thoughts.
I don't feel like that's what he really said.
You said what?
I don't feel like he really said, I don't know. I feel like he told her, you're my connection. We just didn't see it. I absolutely do not feel like he told her, you don't know. He don't know. She slept in his bed. They wore onesies together.
Yeah.
And if he said, I don't know, I'm still trying to decide, I feel like at that point she would have been like, now, nigga, really? Come on now. So I don't think he really said, I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So we kind of saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I just think that I hate to say this because production is real sucky for this.
Yeah.
That was
we
real messed
week,
up.
yeah.
That. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. I get it, but I really, in my heart, honestly, really feel like 1000% did not say that. It was edited like that. Yeah. But the fact that they're trying to make the viewers feel like that's what he said to her is honestly pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to keep people on their toes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, it's very obvious to us that, they're probably going to make it to the end. But, they're trying to keep people on their toes. They're trying to make people continue to see and watch. And maybe, there might be a little twist where Clifton and Zakiya end up ending together. I guess you never know. But at this point, like, they're kind of lingering. They're straddling the fence a little too long from it. We ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally watching this.
And this is but this is the thing. There really are some people that really still want to see a love connection. This could have been that one love connection that they had on the show where it's like, oh, yes, finally, it's giving us hope. It's a lot more other drama that they can have with them other castmates that's left. Honey, we still got Donovan, we got Sabrina, we got Demetrius, we got Tori.
Yeah. I feel like she froze. I feel like it's virtually impossible to not have a really, really great conversation in this moment.
Right.
For them too. You know what I mean? To be
Absolutely.
discussing to have to go through the entire journey, make it to the retreat, have all of that fun at the retreat.
Right. And he's
Finally,
still like, I don't know.
get to a point where you can sleep with your person. You wake up in the morning, y'all out there, look at the sun. They got
Yeah.
the drinks.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they spent some time reminiscing about the entire journey
Right.
and where they are right now, and just.
And even in her body language, how she's leaning forward to him,
Yeah.
she looks comfortable.
Right.
I feel like if he said, I don't know, I'm still, she would be leaned back. There would be a different body language on how she is towards him. So we're not going to believe that. We're not going to believe that he was really, we're not believing that. That's not what really happened.
I believe it. I mean,
you froze, Sabrina, so we couldn't really hear what you were saying, baby.
Am I still froze?
Not anymore, no. But you were. You were like this for a minute.
Remember, I'm so upset. I'm gonna cover. I need to make a note and put a sticky note on my forehead and cauterize it.
I don't know if production is like trying to hate on them because they don't want to have another situation where the connection happened in week 1. Right. But if it happened in week 1, then why not? What's the word I'm looking for?
Why not support them or show the process?
Yeah.
The genuine process.
Right. And show that it actually works
for
them. Right. So they should cultivate that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's ultimately what the people came here to see.
Right. Right.
Yeah. It's just an unfortunate situation. So Sabrina is in the room having a conversation with Dakia, and they're pretty much talking about what we just finished talking about with Clifton and Joy. And Sabrina or Dakia says, or they're talking about how Clifton also wasn't transparent. He spoke to Dakia and she was saying how he spoke with her and made plans about the trip. It was a conscious decision with Joy, and she feels like she's been blindsided. She is hurt and embarrassed, and she definitely wants to talk to Joy. So pretty much this is just girlfriends here, just kind of shooting it up. I just feel so bad because, I don't know, I just feel like, at the end of the day, I think Dakia is a really, really nice lady. I definitely feel like, I feel like, shoot, all of us should have love, but the fact that, and I'm gonna say this, like, I can't even blame everything on Cliff. I really feel like she should have taken the initiative and she should have talked to Clifton herself.
Mm-hmm.
She shouldn't have waited so long. Like, it's episode 9. Like, in real life, the show's only supposed to have 10 episodes. Like, the show about to be over. So I don't know. I just hope that maybe this is something that she could learn about, like, the dating process, and maybe sometimes you have to step outside of your comfort zone and have those hard conversations with people, with men, that you think that, you're interested in, or that they're interested in you. I think a lot of stuff could stop ahead of time before, like, your feelings get involved and before, you get too wrapped up and too invested into the relationship. And I don't know, but we'll just see. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to remember it's still a what show. And then too, you don't know who's really there for love. I don't know. Hopefully she can take some of the things that she learned from this situation into her real situations moving on. Because even though it's a show, it's still some real life stuff that
I think she'll be fine.
That be happening.
So. I bet her DMs is gonna be on fire.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to end up here. Okay. But I enjoyed this conversation with y'all.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, love. But yes, I said what I said, and I meant what I said.
Let everybody know where they can catch tell them your socials, let them know about your podcast, etc. Before you go.
Okay. So my socials, Carrie _Creole Cutie. That's Instagram right there. And then I have my show tomorrow, my podcast on every Tuesday, Good Love with the Carter sisters. Tomorrow we have special guests. We have Walter, we have Tiffany, who was the second eliminated on this season, and we have Tony, who was on the Houston cast. So they're all coming in. We're going to talk about the Will Smith slap. Was it ego or was it love? So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, y'all.
Okay.
Sabrina is frozen again. She looks pretty though. This is a pretty Frozen. You look beautiful. Oh, and now you unfrozen.
Oh.
It was a good freeze. You look like a model. It was like,
hey. Hey. I just need to stay like that in between.
Stay like that just
so when it freezes, right. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you, Carrie. Have a good night, okay?
Okay, I love you.
All right,
love you guys. Tyrone.
Stay out of trouble. Let me know where I can get that Invictus sign.
You said what?
Let me know where I can get that Invictus sign.
Okay. Also, you being nosy in the background. Anyways, I'm happy for you, newfound love, Tyrone.
Thank you, Carrie.
I'm very hopeful for you guys to make a really cute couple, and we already knew. We were just waiting for you to tell us. Okay, bye, y'all. Bye.
Because Carrie was at the premiere party. She synced it. Oh, Sabrina's frozen again. But yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys, so much.
Yeah.
I promise.
They synced it. I mean, it was nothing to see, really.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
No, it's because she said she already knew, and it's because.
Oh, with you and Ace.
It's because Carrie was at the premiere party.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think I told you that too. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, either way, we are proud of you and Ace, and I'm so glad that even though it was 2 different seasons, you guys found love. So it works in some instances. I guess that's why everybody keeps mentioning having all-stars or whatever, the all-star kind of thing or whatever. But anywho, we're going to move forward because we are almost done. We have Dakia and Paul by the water having a conversation. And did I say Paul and Dakia?
Yeah.
Was that alongside Tyrone?
No, I mean, it's part of the process, right?
Yep.
It's part of the process. They could let their egos get the best of them, but they're handling it like adults and just having a conversation. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go anywhere, or they're trying to get with each other, but they're just talking it out, seeing if something could happen.
Yeah. I just feel like I just think P.O. and Dakia, I'm like, they're just not giving what it's supposed to give. I'm like, it's just.
Yes. This is the Paul that I wanted to see 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Well, Paul is pretty much ready to move on from Tina. He definitely wants to check out what he and Dakia might have. He says that she is the total package. She says that Paul is definitely a breath of fresh air, and she lets him know that she is still open to, making new connections. Because she's pretty much like everybody knows, like I was in the cliff, but I'm still open to making connections.
Yeah, that's good. That's mature of them. She is solid. He knows that. We can all see that. We never denied that about her.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
So yeah, I think her DMs is gonna be
popping.
Yeah, they're gonna be on fire.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I just hope that she just really learned from this situation. Because one thing about me is, I would do a lot of pursuing with the men, but why are you making?
Because I was laughing about something, and I was like, and Sabrina would damn sure ask, even if it was in front of everybody, "Are you good?"
Yo, you talking
Are,
about me?
are you good?
You talking about me, Sabrina?
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
Because you called me out day one. You good?
Oh shoot, I did when everybody was leaving.
Everybody was watching. Everybody was looking. Our brother was tired.
It was day one. It
Day one.
happened at the mixer, guys. I sure did.
It was
Because
like,
I told you, you walked by me like 3 times and you were throwing me shade.
no, it was,
And I was like, why he keep looking at me like that?
we was what, hour 14, hour 15? And I was just waiting to
Yeah.
leave. We were waiting to leave. And it was like all the men was like lined up. And Sabrina was doing her Sabrina thing. All right, y'all, I'm out. Mwah, I'm out. Mwah, I'm out. Mwah, I'm out. And then I guess, I don't know, I might have looked at you like it was a slight delay in the hug from me or whatever. And you was like, are you good? I said, yeah, I'm good. I'm just tired. Shit.
I did. I said it in front of everybody.
Everybody was looking at me, and all the fellas was like, dumb. You know?
But it was how you was treating me, because at first, like when we had first met, I felt like you were there, like you invested, we were talking, we had great conversation, like we were goody. And then it was like, as soon as I started talking to Walter, and I was kind of like talking to him and talking to him and talking to him and talking to him, you was over there like this.
Nah, y'all wasn't like talking. Y'all had like a moment. There was like an emotional moment.
It was. We had a few moments.
We had an emotional moment.
And then it was one moment when he and I were together. It was like.
See, she's paused right now, so I could say it. They had like an emotional moment, and I walked in, and I seen Sabrina kind of like patting her face, and then I, you know how you kind of like go in to be like, are you good? And she was kind of, I don't want to say standoffish, but she was already in that moment. So eso lo que hay, you know? But yeah, it was good. And it wasn't that I was being standoffish. It was like late as hell. I think we started day one, maybe 11:30ish. Maybe earlier for the women. And we didn't end until 1 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, or something like that. So it was a long day. Just a long day. Just imagine you being on television, but your first time on television is a 14-hour session. So it was a lot to take in. And then plus with that very first night, you know, they were trying to feed us drinks. We weren't really eating at the time either, because, you know, there was, you know, talking about the food. So just imagine all that. Like, I feel like I lost maybe 8 or 9 pounds in the first 3 days of taping. But the thing is it's you know, I don't want to say ego, I don't want to say competition, but you're there with a bunch of strangers and you're trying to do the right things all the time. And, you know, you're seeing the woman that you like getting all of this attention. So, of course, she's got to give all of this attention back. So, in a way, you could feel like you are missing out on the attention. You know what I mean? Not saying that I was at that point, but yeah.
You ain't tell the whole truth, did you?
About what? Yeah, I was telling everything.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
You're funny. Okay.
I was keeping it going. I was keeping it going for you, Sabrina.
I know. I appreciate it. So, at this point, we have Tommy walking in. And let me, of course, you know, I pride myself in my pictures. So I'm absolutely going to put the picture of Tommy walking in. And he pretty much asked, has anyone talked to Tina? And Donovan's like, I tried to call her a couple times, et cetera, et cetera. And he pretty much says that somebody has overpacked for this trip. And so a guy is about to be eliminated that day, and very, very shortly. And he does get together with the women, and he pretty much talks to them about, let me pull this up, their strongest connections, and also pretty much who they're not feeling. So, do you remember, like, pretty much how that went, Tyrone?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part. And I ain't gonna say production is messy, but they messy on purpose.
Why do you say that?
But because they're gonna eventually have Sabrina be the one.
I was about to say, because it's we kind of going, okay, so let's
you think it's an accident that Joy and Dakia was in the house at the same time?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not, honey.
Like, come on.
When I did my live watch party, I was like, how convenient.
Yeah.
I said it. I was like, that was all production.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me in the chat, they were like, oh my God, like they were there at the same time. Like, like that was like somebody was like, she must have just pulled up. I was like, pulled up. I was like, y'all don't get it. I'm like, in real life,
they're staging. There's a staging area.
We're all there.
And choose. Yeah,
we're all there outside waiting.
Who's gonna do their walk up and win?
Exactly.
They know.
Yeah.
They know what you're wearing before you even get on set.
It's not a game. Honey, everything is calculated.
Yeah.
Everything down to the placement of your fork. Okay. And it's whatever, I don't know. I don't think people really understand the severity. And it's like, sometimes when we talk about it was editing, it's production. I don't think people really understand how deep production really is involved in everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, it still doesn't change the narrative of things. Like if you said it, you really said it. Like, regardless of how they put it, it's like you still said it. You know what I'm saying? If you wore it, you wore it. You did it. You did it. You did it. You know what I'm saying? They might have put it here when it was really, it should have been over here, but you still did it. So, but they have control of everything. So we can move forward, because we're we're deep into this, and I'm grateful that we're at the end. But Sabrina pretty much goes into how Demetrius and Donovan is their connection. Donovan is leading. Joy, of course, is like since day one. She got Cliff. Dakia pretty much says that Cliff, but she says that she knows that Cliff has a very strong connection with Joy. Paul is definitely stepping it up. Tori is a friend. Carmen says Paul is a smooth operator, but Donovan is authentic and makes her laugh. And he's pretty much, or Tommy asked her pretty much, Carmen, if you had to end it tonight, who would she end with? And she said she does not know. They go through and talk about their weakest link. And Tommy says that one of them is pretty much going to announce who is going home. And Sabrina is the one to make the announcement on who is not ready to love. And then cut. The episode ends. Until next week, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be like, hey, I'm sorry, baby.
So do you really feel like somebody is getting sent home, or do you feel like they're going to be like no eliminations?
I would hope that they would just let these people like just skate through the next episode, right? It's only one episode, right? So there's really no need to send anyone home right now. Right? Are you frozen again? Yeah, you're frozen. But it's cool. So like I was saying, there's really no need to send anyone home right now. I have no idea who it's going to be. They have Sabrina up there for a reason, though. Yeah, you're back. I'm saying there's really no reason to send anyone home. They have
Yeah.
Sabrina up there for a reason, though. I wonder what type of announcement she gonna make. Um, it makes me think that it's one of her connections if she's up there, right? Because she ain't up there to send Paul home, you know,
Isn't that so dirty though?
because they can't say it's not Paul. And she's the one with 3 connections right now. Everybody else got 2 or 1, you know?
But wouldn't that be crazy if she sent Tori home?
It's how they do it.
That is so messed up. And I know that's how they do it because it actually happened to you. So
That's how they do it. It happened to me. But there was one time where it was going to be Courtney and I volunteered.
I remember.
Yeah. I said, if
Yeah.
anyone's going to do it, it should be me.
Yeah. Because
So,
y'all, had that.
yeah, maybe they volunteered. Maybe she volunteered. It was like, hey, you know, he was my connection. So I don't want no one else to do it because they may not do it so, you know, as delicately as I would, you know?
Yeah.
And this person deserves some delicate hands or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we are going to conclude with that. And this is the only slide that I'm putting up for next episode.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to give me your thoughts on how you think next episode with the previews that you've watched is going to go.
So I think next episode is going to be the prelude to the freaking reunion, right?
Agree.
I think it's going to be spicy as shit. And I think it's going to make people not want to even see the final, right? And maybe they should do the final and then the reunion on the same night. You know, I think that would be a good idea.
Wow.
Because I feel like if they give us too much, then we already know who the final couples are going to be.
Right.
You know, like we have an idea already.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm happy for Joe and Cliff.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, we knew this shit
Yeah.
8 weeks ago, so we're just happy to see it. I'm just happy to see it come to fruition.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Because I've been rooting for them since like
Oh
day
yeah,
one.
yeah.
So I really like them. Okay. Well, this has been amazing. We definitely hit a lot of pretty much everything. I love it. So I need you to tell everybody where they can find you, what's going on with you. Oh, can I mention the thingy? The thingy? Can I mention the thingy?
Yeah.
So very, very soon, guys, you guys have to go and subscribe to my new channel, The Missing Link. The channel has been pinned in the chat. I will be doing, I can mention it.
Mm-hmm.
I will be doing Tyrone and Ace's first interview together.
Yeah. We've been really like close hold on the information and just trying to go at our own pace because you know social media and the extra attention. So like if y'all not seeing nothing, it's by design. You know what I mean? We're just not trying to feel pressured into putting any pictures or videos or anything out there like that. And you can see like even in her interviews, she just only thing she does is just answer the question. You know, she'll just answer the question and that's it. Is Tyrone a good guy? Yeah, he's a good guy. You know, that's just how it's been.
Yeah.
So we'll see, you know, because there's there's a lot to be I don't want to say learned by watching other people because that may not sound too nice to say. It's just we're just trying to do it right, you know. We're just trying to do it right and at our own pace. Sabrina is frozen again, but yeah. What I was saying is, you know, we've had multiple conversations about how we were going to do it and what we wanted to do. Was it going to be on her platform or was it going to be on my platform? But Sabrina asked, and we were just like, you know what? Let's just do it. So, let's just do it on Sabrina's officially. Yeah, you froze again, but it's cool. I held it down. You muted, I think. Yeah.
Oh, dang. I said, I put it up there that you were an amazing co-host. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you so much, Tyrone.
Yeah, it's all good.
I appreciate you so much. Yes. But you guys, let them know your handles.
Oh, I'm at Ty Wilson 21 on Twitter, IG, Facebook. I started getting more active on IG, so y'all might see some things here and there. Hint. But yeah, the couple get a you said a date. I'm not sure what day we're gonna do it. She's still got a few more interviews. She's still gonna do Kojo's, and then there's the life after Ready to Love. So
yes, so absolutely, guys.
Exclusive.
It's gonna be exclusive. I'm really excited about it. We don't have a date yet. So with Ace, okay, so pretty much she can't do any interviews, just like we couldn't do any interviews until after we did all of Own's interviews. So after she interviews with Own's interviews, she's going to come over with Ty onto my new channel, The Missing Link, with Sabrina Soul. So if you guys, I did put it in the chat, and what you can do is just click on the link and it'll take you right there. Go ahead and subscribe. We don't have an official date yet. Once she finishes with all her interviews, but just to let you guys know, it probably will be in the next 2 weeks. Definitely follow Tyrone on his Instagram, and follow me on my Instagram. And of course, my handles are all Miss Sabrina Soul all over social media, and Tyrone is.
Yeah. So what she was about to say is you can also follow Tyrone on Instagram and on YouTube. Just do a search for Ty Wilson 21. You'll be able to find me, no problem. As I do have a YouTube channel where I post content about mental health challenges. Are you back? All right.
Am I not here?
No, you were frozen for a little bit.
Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everybody that joined. Please, on your way out, definitely, if you liked this live, give me a thumbs up. It'll let the algorithms know for me to keep making them and to keep showing this amazing video. And also, too, if you have not subscribed, I would so greatly appreciate it if you guys subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell. So if I post any new videos or any new content, you will be the first ones to be notified. And definitely comment down below and let me know what you thought about this episode and what you think about Tyrone's new studio that he's building.
I am. I'm working on a new studio. See me messing with the lights right now?
And also comment down below and let me know what you think about Tyrone and Ace's amazing union, and definitely congratulate them down in the comments below as well. Follow me on all my handles at Miss Sabrina Soul. Follow Tyrone on all his handles at Ty Wilson 21, and subscribe to Tyrone's channel as well. Other than that, I have nothing else to say, and I need to hurry to say it before I clock out again and I'm not available. Anyway, I love you guys. I love you, my soulmates. Oh, and the necklace is finally on my side. Love you, soulmates. See you next time. I hope I didn't freeze.